which is this is a new potential, a potential new standard for data security. Now, the way I look at it is kind of like the tale of two pipelines. You got two data pipelines. Now, one of them is going to have a check mark on it that's going to say Constellation is managing this data or validating this data or encrypting this data. And one of them is not going to have that check mark. And you're going to have to ask yourself, which one is the end consumer going to have to use, right? And so that's why I kind of push back when people are like, oh, are you working with SpaceX or you're working with Microsoft? It's like, no, we're working so that they don't have a choice but to use our solution when they're ingesting and disseminating data. So that's the thing I really wanted to put that check mark is like, hey, we got Constellation inside, and that's where we're aiming for. And I'm not trying to commoditize our solution by any means, but let's just say from a DevSecOps perspective that you deploy this, you get to the point where, okay, this data is what it says it is. That then is the platform that opens up the next layer, which is the microservices. How do we start to then automate certain things because we have passed that area where we don't have to worry about the data being whack, right? It's kind of like we talked a little bit about those artificial intelligence engines. If we're able to pre-process the data and show that it's what it's supposed to do before it makes its way into the artificial intelligence algorithm from a validation criteria perspective using that state channel approach, all of a sudden now artificial intelligence engines can start to consume data from different sources without scientists and folks having to get in the way to mask it, clean it, scrub it, and so forth. And this is what we're really, really focused on from a microservices perspective when we talk about smart contract automation is data that's being passed in an orchestration when we're talking about very, very sensitive stuff, moving to Civil Reserve Air Fleet partners. Those partners are in contested environments. They may be overseas in some country that they have to accept this data using the public internet. And if some of that data has top secret clearance level data in it, they can't send it over that network. So this hopefully starts to show that like, hey, we can actually start passing not just a data pipeline, but the contents of the data pipeline to the appropriate constituents with that fidelity and assurance.